All right, I'm going to do a quick demo of Driveworks here. So to start off with, I will be an administrator. I'm going to start a project. We've got parent and child projects. So the way this works is a parent project, you can add a product in the child spec table, or you can import a child spec, a bunch of children rather. So I'll just go through the import to start with. So I'll select a CSV, import, and it brings in my data. So you can see we've got 12 items, and the import table just has a bunch of inputs that I've selected. So we're going to generate the models now. So when I hit this, change all of our specifications and move it to a place where I can generate models. All right, so if we go into SolidWorks, we can run these one at a time. So I think I'll run which one for now? I see word. Okay, so it's got my template open and it's deciding which features to suppress. It's changing the color. It's changing the description in PDM. So it just took all these models and then down selected to the one I needed. Okay, right now the software is deciding which tabs to keep open. We've sort of put custom dimensioning on all the features and put each feature on a separate window. So the software can quickly go through and decide which pages to keep based on which features are selected. So right now it's just deleting all the pages that are not applicable. Now we're on to the work instructions section. So here we've put all of our models, all the different variations into one assembly, and then made all the documents for that assembly. And this moved pretty quickly, so I didn't get a chance to explain through it. But that assembly, it just looks pretty insane. So we'll take a look at it. So this model takes a little bit to open up. There's quite a few features in it. So take a look here. So what we've got is a part template for each size. So I can hide these to kind of show you what they are. All right, so here's one model and then the exploded view. So I can collapse the exploded view here. And you can see what our model looks like. We've got these brackets that actually move independently. So I've got them on a different table. It just worked out better for, oops, I've hidden too much here. What have I hidden? Oh, probably this. Okay, so I'll keep that up. So these brackets will essentially flex to the correct size. And the issue is with mating. So when you mate to these features, if you end up deleting that feature, then it has nothing to mate to. So essentially, a lot of these things you have to drive independently from these other models. So we'll just go through here, and they all exist here. So all these different sizes. And so these are slightly different sizes, just to show you. I can show two of them to show there's two different sizes here. And we just centered everything, mainly for the work instructions, but it just kind of streamlined everything to put these all into one. So every single one of these models has, I'll just say, a lot of features in it. So they're mainly, these are diffusers. So we've got two different variations in here. Let's take a look at one. Let's press these. So then we've got, these are called black diffusers. So we've got two different sizes of black diffusers. And these are called modular core diffusers. So each of the panels themselves has different size openings associated with them, and these modular core diffusers in them. So they're all sort of a full suite of parts. So one of the things that happens is the color drives to everything and the material. So if I take a look at that model I just created, it's actually my recent history here. Take a look here. So it's made of plain carbon steel. The color is driven to it. So if I look at my custom properties, we've got a color associated with it. It is plain carbon steel material, and the color is right here, which is it's actually just an RGB value, and then the color is called out in the description as well. So this description, this data is all very structured and being pulled in from a table. All right, so it's just the parts and the data, and also I want to show you the final work instruction. Take a look here, put it. Actually, we can probably just search in here for it. Okay, so here's our work instruction with the various parts we called in. Okay, on our next page, these notes are all customizable. So based on the selections made in the form, we can change these notes, change any features in and out we want to, change the sizes, so forth. So if I look at the form itself, that might be interesting to look at. So I won't get into the complex parent-child relationship, but I'll just say that the child project is the basis of everything. So these are the inputs required. That sort of... Sorry, a second here. There we go. So we've got names for various things, descriptions, the various file types we created. So we created a panel part, a panel which required a description, created an assembly, and we created a work instruction. So those are the main inputs. This core description was driven into the bill of materials that we had in the work instruction, or rather in the part itself. And then we've got our finishes and our various sizes. And then if we test here, we can see the drop-down menu we created for the various sizes. So that is this website. We've sort of taken this and gone a different level too. So if we take a look at live, we've gone to live, and if we go to login. So here we're logged in to just a website. We could get it as a secure website, but for us, this is an internal tool and it is not secure. All right, so here I'm starting my project. I can simply log in here. First, I have to create a project name, and the project name comes up here. We'll put a revision in. I think I'm pretty far in my revision, so let me take a look here. Okay, 53 is my next revision, which I'm about to do. Okay, so now same thing. I can import child specifications, or I can add them in the table here. So I'm just going to add one. Okay, so first I'm going to give it an ID, 22. All right, then I will go through my form here and just select some options. You can see some graphics change when we do this. Let's see, we're going to different sides. Maybe we want a different perimeter. We're going to go to a 6-inch perimeter. And then the colors, you can see them all listed here. We can definitely do some things in the graphics side to make selection sort of more obvious, such as putting a box around things, maybe highlighting text, so forth. But for now, we'll just go with the simple model here. I'm going to go with black. I'm going to go with the black trim. Lighting. So this is lighting in area 1. So we can put lighting in various sections. So I'm going to put the light in to A and C, make some selections here on my light. Okay. And okay, so I'm selecting my center panels here. So I'm going to select perforated black. Okay. And then I'm looking for lighting in area 2. I don't think I want any lighting there. I'm going to put in wood, and I'm going to go with a teak stain in area 2. And the lights. Okay, so lights, I also want to be black because I picked a black exterior. I didn't. Okay, and then we'll go with a 4DLI light. All these selections are made. That looks good. Okay, so in this one, I put lights in position panel A and C. So I cannot put if you see here, there's a note saying if 3D and R selected, no other lights in this position, or no other equipment. So here's the same thing. I can't put any equipment into panel C, but we can make changes here on panel B. So I'm going to go with a modular core diffuser, 10-inch, and we'll go next. Okay, I don't need better acoustics, and that will do it. Okay, so now we've got all the selections we've made. It's giving us a warning saying the trim assembly is incomplete. We'll have to take a look at that error, but either way, the product is ready to produce. I can actually take a look here and see if I can replicate it on my end. But anyways, this problem can be troubleshot. We'll just add a parent for now. Okay, so now I've got one project in here that's probably enough to see how it works. So the first thing I'm gonna do is export project data. So I'm gonna explain this, but to start off with, I'm gonna do my next step with this, which is generate model. So I'll select generate models here. All right, so now this is working. It's creating a work instruction for me. And what I've got is first of all, it takes the data that we've put in. So these were all the selections that I made in the form, and then there's in a CSV, and obviously if there were more child specifications, there would be more here, but for now, this is just the data that we've selected. The other thing that it generates is a bill of materials. So if I select on that, the idea is that you would have a large project and you would have a lot of data coming from that project. Each specification would have, I think there's around 57 selections made, and that boils down to this bill of materials that's been created. So what you can do is format the CSV so you can just take it and import into any software that you need that would kick out like a full bill of materials. So we use a PLM system. I would definitely recommend having a PLM system. I believe there's other options too, like an enterprise-wide system. So either one of those two softwares will work. But anyways, that's how I have it set up. And we can see here, okay, we're still generating the model, so just wait here while it generates. Usually you can step away at this time. Like you're not going to watch it generate. You're going to create all your models and then walk away. You can also set it up to get like a notification that it's done generating. But in general, these were taking around 2 minutes to generate. But I would expect maybe 5 minutes for something this large. So we will just wait on this video, kind of fast forward, and you can see the final output. Okay, our document's been generated. I'll download it here. Okay, we can see what we selected here. We selected wood slat. We've got our bill of materials coming in clean. Our 6-foot light. Oh, we can see that assembly error that didn't come in. So we'll take a look at that. That error is definitely resolvable. It's just a data selection error. So, all right, let's take a look here at the model itself. So you can kind of see the colors and whatnot. So this recently generated. Oh, it was on that machine. Let me go to that machine. Okay, so here's our product that we created. So black panels for sure. We didn't actually drive the color to the light, so that's why that's not coming in the right color, but I will show you on the back end. We were ordering the correct black lights. If we look at the trim, it looks like it only brought in one, so that's definitely a data sorting here we'll have to look at. So, yeah, that is our final product. There's our modular core diffuser and our lights in panel A and C.